It's Week 11 of the NFL, and we've got a showdown in the NFC North. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Vikings, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club, and losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's coming a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Thomas. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Thomas now to throw on 3rd down. He'll fire deep for Reagor, and that'll be incomplete. They took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Brady now on 1st down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a gain of 6. Moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll run right here with Swift. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
On 1st down, Thomas. Pass incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Deron Payne in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now Brady. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Brady now to throw. Going back to the same well, it's Hockenson again. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the 39, Brady. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Brady. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And now out comes Minnesota. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They run the counter with Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. That's the end of
no score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. From the gun, Thomas. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Thomas. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Off play action, Thomas. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Back to throw. Thomas. And this is going to be incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
44 yards rushing for now to this point. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On play action, it's Brady. Well, that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 34 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. To throw is Brady. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Point after here coming up. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Operating from the gun, Thomas. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Cook pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now Thomas on 3rd down. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Thomas on 1st down. Open man here is Conklin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Thomas. Wide open receiver complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get get him to the ground at the Lions' 21.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Back to throw again. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Back to throw. Thomas. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Thomas. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Looking to throw. Thomas to the goal line, but it's incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A 10-play drive that time. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Detroit's offense ready to take over. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back out in the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. That throw by Brady incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Brady. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Brady again. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady. And he fires one incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Brady. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking left side, and it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. To throw, it's Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Corey Willis. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Aaron Rodgers, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Baker Mayfield, strong as usual in the victory as his guys run their record now to 7-3. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. 2 touchdown passes there for Teddy Ballgame. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, come on, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Right back to Swift again on second down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Throwing now is Brady. Man open, It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have a Lions first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Brady to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Brady. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Brady now on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well? I would. Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Going for it all. And this one is incomplete. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's easy work. It's coming again.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Hey, Mike 20.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Thomas.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. 6 yards left on 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Thomas. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Thomas. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. To throw is Thomas. To throw on 3rd down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Brady now to throw. They'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Kari Willis there to bring him down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Daniil Hunter, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Enough to start out a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Shotgun now for Brady. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So his 2nd field goal now here in this 3rd quarter.
The first one got him the lead, and this one adds to it, but by no means is this one locked down. This is very much anyone's game.
Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Thomas. Being chased out left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. From just shy of midfield, Thomas hauled in over the middle by Rager. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. Thomas. He gets this complete to Cephas. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he's got room. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Looking to throw. Thomas. That one tipped and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at 2nd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Thomas. Oh, no, he lost the football.
The quarterback taken down
fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Fourth quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. And it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now a play fake, Brady. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Brady going to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now he's flushed out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Second down at the 43-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Thomas
swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Vikings on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Thomas.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Working with a 2nd and 3. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Now Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
Here comes the ball. I see one. I see one.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Swift. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. And they get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here comes the Lions punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now come the Vikings. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 10, Thomas. Open man here is Conklin. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now here's a throw that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Left side, Cook. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. They run it again with Cook. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Handoff comes to Cook. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? He's got him in wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Thomas. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyler Conklin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a short-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. That time, a 9-play drive, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Brady. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the 1st down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the 1st down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, Brady. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Brady now on 1st down. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well. And that would appear to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Brady to throw. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead.
Well, partner, this hasn't been the smoothest day for him, but he certainly picked the right time to get right, as they like to say. How about that for a touchdown?
Boy, he did. I guess they say all's well that ends well. It's not over yet, but you're right. He picked a good time for that first. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Bass, up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this one taken in by Cephas. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
He's back to throw. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Lions, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3.